The socials, blah, blah, blah. Sounds good. Okay. Well, then. I'm sure we are getting online here in no time.
Probably.
Um, Let me know if we're back, if we're on. I think we're on. Fuck it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dark Souls 1 Remastered. I am Nate, and I'm joined by... Ooh, I've been hanging out by this bonfire for too long. I got 12. I am Nate. I am joined by Ian and CP Quest.
What up?
I am trying to do a rematch with Ornstein and Smough, but... Oh, maybe
Are you
not.
coming back in here to fight this boy?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's Souls. It's fun. Osprey, what's going on? I am echoing in one of your guys' backgrounds, and I'm not quite
Osprey's
sure
right on
which.
time.
Yeah. Who is like way past?
I
Like
don't
I'm
think
here.
it's mine.
Okay, I am echoing in somebody's neighborhood.
Whoa.
Single shot. I have upgraded my weapons since last time.
Oh, don't tell me it's
None,
no. Okay.
not enough sleep, but I am somehow awake. Oh, Osprey, you're a champion. All right, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you a lot. All right, so I'm gonna just work my way over here. Come on, buddy. Oop. Okay,
Come here.
there we
Come
go.
here, old Fred.
No problem. All right, so I can now like four-shot these knights, which is pretty cool. And if I counter, I can kill them in one. I'm probably not going to experiment on the giant knights in front of Ornstein and Smough's situation, but I'll tell you who is going to get what's coming to them. My man. There we go. This seems a little bit more doable.
Mm-hmm. Better than the 80 damage
Woo.
you were doing before.
Yeah. Let's drink. Oh, he did a 1-2 on me.
Those anticipatory dodges.
Nope.
He
Okay,
was right
that's
in
fine.
his
Yep.
non-face.
Osprey, you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct in your assessment. But that's okay. Now I'm just going to run through... Well, you know what? I can't run through everybody if I'm going to stick around and fight this guy. That's all right. I will make quick work of everyone, I'm assuming. I don't really need to kill two of these guys.
So, update for everybody.
Yeah.
Through the spectacular magnanimity and outrageous
Here's the update I'm waiting for. Yes.
of Tom, the great and glorious Tom.
You owe him that.
He got me a code to the Elden Ring network test.
Oh, there goes all my souls.
Don't say anything.
There's nothing to spoil. There's nothing to spoil.
Okay.
I can tell you about. I can tell you anything you want to know about gameplay and stuff like that. There's like no story in the network test. You can't get. There's no cutscenes. There's no.
Yeah,
like,
it's just maybe some dialogue with some NPCs that are non-consequential.
some dialogue that I could not tell you what they were saying. I wasn't paying attention to dialogue that much, and there's lore attached to the item descriptions, which I also did not read. So
it's purely about the mechanics with you.
Oh well,
yeah.
it's sort of about the mechanics. It's sort of about the mechanics. It's also going to be about the world. I can tell you. Here's the thing. I played 15 hours of this thing.
Yes.
There were 5 separate 3-hour sessions, and I hit every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got a lot to say about this game. I got a lot of takes. I got a lot of hot takes on this game. But
Okay.
I do not have to go through it if you guys are not interested. If you want to,
I am, but I don't want to have Gaming Fish sit through it if he doesn't want to hear it. What is with the dodge box on this guy? Why did he just two-shot me?
So
I'm dodging.
I'm gonna say this.
Yep.
Just don't tell me if you can summon anything. Don't tell me anything about that. That's the only thing I don't want to hear.
You can summon anything?
Yeah, like somebody use like NPCs to summon or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the summoning signs and all that.
You mean like a specific
Yeah.
NPC who's an NPC character, like a Sigurd or something like that?
Yeah, don't tell me, like, that's what I don't really want to know.
Okay, I will just tell you right now, at least in this network test, there were no NPC summons.
Okay.
None that I came about. However, there are tons of summons in this game.
That are Non-NPC.
that are not NPC. They are actual like magical spell summon. And everyone can do them, whether you are a magic boy or not. Pretty much everybody can do these summons. They're items basically that you pick up in the world, and you use them like you would any other item.
They're kind of like a weapon art or a spell. Okay, got it.
They're attached to your FP, so much like your weapon arts, they cost FP to use, and then once you run out of FP, you can no longer cast them, and then once you rest or refill your FP, you can cast them again.
Okay.
The summons cannot be cast when you are multiplayering. So when you've got someone
what
either
is with this hitbox?
Either a co-op or an invader, you cannot cast summons. And in order to cast summons, you have to be nearby a specific they're like these little tombstone-shaped things out in the world that you can be near, and if you're near those, that means your summons are active and you can do your magic summons.
Huh.
Okay.
Osprey, I'm gonna let you know. We were talking about like the previews that we saw looked like the magic was no joke in this game. This is a magic game, primarily a magic game.
Oh, interesting.
It is, to say nothing of the fact that magic is absolutely OP in this game. It's crazy OP. There's also a shit ton of it. There are, and I mean, I was in a very small sliver of the game. As I said, I only played 15. I played 15 hours, but there was a ton of magic within that 15 hours, and everybody can do it. You can have all kinds of different builds and just play the shit out of magic. It looks cool. It's easy to use. It's fun to use. You can crazy spec into it, and it's definitely, if you want it to be easier, if you don't like the difficulty of Dark Souls, magic will ease the way for you.
So basically, what you're saying, if you don't want to play the magic person, don't make it really hard for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Everybody is, to one degree or another, a magic person. You don't ever have to use the magic stuff if you don't want to, but it's heavily weighted towards using some type of magic. So I'll tell you what's going on here. So you remember weapon arts from Dark Souls 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then those weapon arts, they come with basically the weapon that you're using has a specific move set for weapon arts, right?
Yeah.
And to use those weapon arts, it costs you focus points, FP. It's your blue bar.
Yeah.
It's the same system in this, except not every weapon comes with a specific. So here, let me put it a different way. So what they have now are called Ashes of War. And Ashes of War are basically weapon arts, but they can be taken off your weapon and put on other weapons. So basically, it's the weapon art system, except you can apply it to a whole bunch of different weapons. Now, it's not completely customizable because, for instance, there are certain Ashes of War, aka weapon arts, that really only work for sword animations.
All right, I'll fight this guy later.
So if it's animation focused, you can't do something that requires a thrust if you don't have a weapon that has a thrust on it, right?
Okay, so you can't put like a spear weapon art if it's a thrusting spear.
Yeah, so
on
exactly.
A sword.
So I'll give you an example. On the sword I was using, I had a whole bunch of different Ashes of War, but two of the ones I had, one was a huge dash thrust move, which really closed distance really quickly and broke everybody's guard. So that was a big thrust and a big dashing movement. And then I also had an Ash of War that I could just raise my sword in the air and then call down lightning on people.
Fucking sick.
Distance away from me. So that one, the lightning one, because all it is raising your weapon in the air, that one's pretty much assignable to any kind of weapon that you want. Long sword, great sword, all that stuff.
Guybite, what's up, man?
Mix and match. Now, the thrust thing, that was only assignable to my sword, and I think it was assignable to my spear as well.
I think what it is that your weapon set has to have some move that is that animation.
Well, it's like, think about it this way. Like if I'm using a hammer,
the
thrusting thing's not going to work because the hammer doesn't have a thrusting piercing move.
Yeah.
Right. So the hammer can't thrust and pierce, so it's not, you can't assign the Ash of War to that. But apart from that one little limitation, you can assign everything to everything. Now,
Okay.
the other little wrinkle with these Ashes of War is that not only do they give you a new weapon art and basically a new moveset, most of them are magic based. Now, there are some that have more of a melee focus to them, like the one I described to you, which is that big thrusting dash. That's actually the exception to the rule. Most of them that I saw, at least, were totally magic based. There was like wind casting. There, like I said, the thunderbolt casting. There were spirit swords that you could conjure and then cast at people. You had tracking missiles and all kinds of shit. And these were just for your weapon art, just for your Ash of War. I was not wielding a staff. I was not wielding, like, I didn't have a talisman equipped or anything like that.
This Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
Talking Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
You're making it really hard not to watch a playthrough of the game. I mean, watching playthrough of the game.
So I have more about these Ashes of War. So the Ashes of War also, really, what I think is really the coolest thing about the Ashes of War is that it can totally change the scaling behavior of the weapon that you're using. So what happens is, with most of these Ashes of War, when you equip them, they give you the option of, do you want to stick with your current weapon scaling, just the standard weapon scaling, or do you want to take advantage of the weapon scaling change that this Ash of War gives you and change your strength weapon into a dex weapon? Do you want to change your faith weapon into an intelligence weapon? So it can completely overhaul your weapon from one type of scaling into a completely different type of scaling. So yeah, it's amazing. And you can go back and forth at will. It doesn't cost you anything to change it.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you could technically be a, say, strength and intelligence build and just have weapons dedicated, changing in between those two or something.
If your Ash of War, like if your Ashes of War allow you that that kind of scaling change, then yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna change like all the different playthroughs then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
So this
infinite
thing-
playthrough, like
the-
sculptability.
The build options in this look to me to be more varied, more customizable than we've ever seen in any FromSoft game ever. It's not even close. Like, it's going to be crazy, the amount of different builds you're going to be able to do. So I guess I'll approach it from the top here. We're going to let you fight Ornstein and Smough here.
Yeah,
Doing
go for
great
it.
so far, by the way. But I have an objective assessment of my time, my 15 hours with Elden Ring, and I also have my
that's gonna hurt.
subjective opinion. So I'll start you off with my objective assessment. Overall, 30,000 feet. This game's going to be a 10 out of 10.
No matter what. No matter what.
Now, are you biased
I
in
honestly
any way about that,
think-
Ian? Is it
well, so
because you
here's the
like
thing.
FromSoft, or-
Just here's the thing. I'll get to that. So I'll just start you off with my this is just an objective assessment. I think this game's going to get a shitload of 10 out of 10s. I think this is going to be, for a lot of people, their absolute favorite FromSoft game without question. I think it's going to change people's minds. There are a lot of
fuck yeah.
Bloodborne stands out there.
Mhm.
I think there are going to be a lot of people who loved Bloodborne who are going to change to this being their favorite of all time. I
You're gonna
think.
change.
Well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Continuing with my objective assessment, I think it's going to be on the short list for Game of the Year, no doubt about it. If it's going to be on everybody's list for Game of the Year. I think it's going to go down as one of the best open world games of all time, and I think it's probably going to be widely regarded as FromSoft's finest game ever.
Okay, so Ian, this is a
15
very
hours. This is just
yeah.
conjecture. I don't know that
Okay.
for sure, but everything that I've
Yes.
played suggests
Alright.
that's what it's going to be.
So Ian, I have a very personal rating score for you to
Sure.
give me.
Yeah.
Just based on expectations, experience so far, and like extrapolation from what you have.
Yeah.
Better, worse, or on par with Breath of the Wild for you?
Okay. Well, so
Because Breath of the Wild
now-
is pinnacle tier for you.
Well, so I'll see if I can cover this question, because now I'll transition into my subjective opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm on the internet. I'm gonna get roasted because that's just the way it goes. But I'm letting you know right now, this is a subjective opinion. It has no basis on the quality of the game and whether or not it's a good game or a bad game or any of that. It's just my personal opinion about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a little disappointed.
Okay.
Okay, now with a caveat to this disappointment that I'm going to get to, but I'm disappointed for two specific reasons. Okay, one's a kind of pretty minor reason that I think I can probably play around. It's not that big a deal. The other one is, I think, a much bigger issue. So I'll start with the smaller one. The smaller one is they nerfed the dodge.
Okay.
They totally nerfed the dodge. No one's mentioning this. No one's talking about this in any of the reviews. It's pretty subtle. I understand why they're not talking about it for a couple reasons. One, because most people don't really give a shit. It's also a pretty subtle change. But the dodge roll, the animation is basically exactly the same as Dark Souls 3, but the iframes, they don't. The actual dodge itself, the animation, takes at least 2 up to 4 frames to actually come out.
Oh, okay. So timing is different.
You hit the button, and you have to wait a good 2 to 4 frames for those iframes to kick in and for you to actually start moving. So
it's not as tight as you'd like it to be.
Well, the reason I don't like that is because what that ends up doing is it turns what would be reactionary combat into anticipatory combat. So in other words, what it means is you have to initiate your defense before the enemy initiates his offense, rather than the other way around. So unlike in, say, Sekiro or even in Dark Souls 3, you can wait for your enemy to initiate their attack before you react to what they're going to do, because your startup frames on your defensive maneuver are actually shorter than the startup frames on his attack maneuver. Does that make sense? So
this guy who says, "Where the shit are the opinion police?"
Ah, god damn it! It's gonna be fun.
He's shown up.
I'm not done. I'm not done. So that's the first thing, and also on the back end of the animation, your iframes have fewer active frames on screen, so you have more recovery frames on your animation, which means you can get hit out of your dodge way easier than you can in Dark Souls 3.
Well, it's always been like more prone to having iframes in the beginning, right? Not toward the end.
Yeah, exactly. So the iframes are definitely at the top of the animation, but the amount of time that the iframes are active is shorter now than they were before. Now, it's not dramatically different, but it's different enough that a lot of your encounters are going to be anticipatory rather than reactionary. And for me, that's a bummer.
So what you're saying is the people that are playing tank builds and all that have more of an advantage?
Yes, definitely, absolutely. So this is the other thing. So the stats are changed slightly. I'll give you the 2 most important ways in which they've changed. First and foremost, your equip load is now your equip load is now tied to your strength stat.
Really?
Yes. So there's no longer a separate stat for your equip load, and unlike Dark Souls 1, it's not tied to your endurance stat. It's tied to your strength stat, and that's compounded by the fact that as far as equip load goes, as to the extent that it changes your dodge, right? So in the Dark Souls games, at 25% or above, you get mid roll, and at 70% or above, you get fat roll.
Yeah.
In this, your dodge doesn't change at all from base level dodge until 70% equip load.
Well, that's basically Dark Souls 3 then.
Well, in Dark Souls 3, you get mid roll at 25%, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So most people spend most of their time doing mid roll, but if you want to do light roll, you can get really light, take all your armor off, and do like a light build and get a quicker dodge. But in this one, it's all the same. It's linear all the way up until 70%.
So basically, what you're... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So what that means to me is, at least early in the game, dex builds kind of have no point to me. I don't know why anyone would spec into Dex, because you're still going to be able to move quickly. The only reason that you would spec into Dex is if there's an absolute, like a weapon that you absolutely want to use and it specifically scales hard into Dex. Otherwise, it gives you no gameplay advantage to be a light character, because everything up to and including 70% equip load, you're going to be dashing light. So you can have, because I had fairly heavy armor on by the end of this test, and I was still dodging just as easily as I was when I was naked. So That's one thing that is also kind of bothering me about that. Now, I actually like the idea of equip load being tied to strength because it makes sense. The only problem is you don't get any benefit of not doing strength, right? You don't get any benefit of being a light, nimble character because pretty much everybody's going to be a light, nimble character unless they're just playing like strictly hovels shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're going super heavy, then yes, you'll be over that 70% limit. But anything less than that, like there's no reason to spec into decks at this point. Now, that's sort of my more minor concern because there will be items, right? There's going to be reasons to spec into decks because there's going to be weapons that you want to use. There will be things that benefit from decks, and you'll get they don't use rings anymore, but they use what they call talismans, which are effectively the same thing. So you get 2 talisman slots rather than 4 ring slots. What I don't know is whether or not you can expand those slots later on, right? Get more slots.
Oh.
I don't know that. That's possible. But you start out with 2 slots, and you can find talismans, and the talismans are pretty powerful. They do the same types of things that rings do. They give you a certain buff or effect.
What the fuck kind of start was that?
There is actually one question I have.
Yeah.
The gathering of stuff, like items, stuff that you craft.
Yes.
Like, is that setup good? Or...
Yes. So I'll go into that briefly here. So, what you get to craft items, much like in Breath of the Wild. You can basically craft healing items. You can craft them so that they're basically you're crafting consumables. You can craft them so that like I want to gather some stuff out in the world. I craft them just like in Breath of the Wild, and then they sit in my inventory. And when I want to burn them, I can, and that'll give me health back or to give me a stamina boost or something like that. And you can create those at will, whenever you want to in your menu. You don't have to go to like a bonfire or anything. And then there's no hard pause, so like you can't
craft them in battle.
Exactly. In fact, I think it's even locked out in battle. When you're in combat, you can't craft. But generally, yes, you can craft healing items. You can craft other things. Keep them in your inventory for when you need them. Also, you start out with 3 flasks. One's a healing flask, one's your FP magic flask, and another one's just an empty flask that you can combine other stuff into that has a specific effect and that will regen every time that you rest at a bonfire, just like your other flasks. So basically you get like a wild card flask that you can put whatever you want into it, and it will give you specific benefits.
So you can put like, what do you mean like whatever you want, like a healing herb or whatever?
Yes. So for instance, in my flask, I put in Crimson Tears and Cerulean Tears into mine. Now what that means is Crimson Tears give you a health benefit, and Cerulean Tears gave you an FP benefit. So if you put those 2 ingredients into your empty bottle, it will combine and give you the combined effects of a health bump and an FP bump when you drink it. So effectively it works like another flask depending on how you spec it. Whatever you put into it, you can get that benefit.
So could you another question, say that you don't remember an item, is there like what the item does? Like once you pick up an item, do you automatically is there like a book you can go through?
Fucking shit, man.
Yes, you can just go through your inventory. It'll tell you exactly what they do, and before you put it into your flask, it will tell you what benefit you will get from it. So for instance, there's an item in there that says if you put this in your flask, it'll give you 20% faster stamina regeneration temporarily. Okay. Yeah. And at this point, the flask, starting out, the flask has 2 slots, so you can combine 2 things into one flask. Again, I don't know if you can expand that later on, but it starts out with 2. So, and you also might be able to get a second flask. I don't know.
We're at the wall of the game, but Elden Ring is so recent that it takes priority.
It's dominating.
But it really does.
Okay, so my other question is,
yes,
fall damage. Did you test that out?
Yes, of course. Fall damage is super nerfed in this game. There is still fall damage. It exists, but it's super nerfed. You can fall a good long way.
Faster then or something?
Yeah, you can probably fall like what, 30, 50 feet, something like that, somewhere in there?
Yeah, probably about that without getting hurt. Now, what I found, though, is that beyond that threshold, it's pretty punishing.
Okay, so it is a hard, steep
kinda.
uphill.
Yeah, it's fairly similar to Sekiro. I think Sekiro has even less fall damage, and it's even less punishing. But generally, the fall damage is pretty lenient. You should be pretty okay with fall
Well,
damage.
they said it's a lot of verticality this time around.
Yes,
like,
there is, and I'll get to that when I talk about the open world. But I'll finish with my last assessment here. The real reason why I'm disappointed, quote unquote, by this network test. The biggest reason why I'm disappointed with this network test. I don't know if you guys have heard anybody talking about this over the weekend. A lot of people have been criticizing it because they say it's just Dark Souls 4, right?
No.
So here's the thing about this. I disagree with that. I don't think it's Dark Souls 4. I think it's Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
It is so Dark Souls 3. I couldn't believe how Dark Souls 3 it was. Even a ton of the animations and even the assets are just pulled directly from Dark Souls 3. The combat, how the combat is done, is basically exactly like Dark Souls 3. Now, they trim around the edges a little bit, right? So they've got that Ashes of War mechanic that I talked about, which is basically just weapon arts. Yeah. And they do have a hidden poise system, but it's so hidden and it's so similar to the poise system in Dark Souls 3 that it's really not really a material difference. So for the most part, in every meaningful way, it plays exactly like Dark Souls 3, except with a nerfed dodge, right? Now, it's basically Dark Souls 3 in an incredible open world with great open world mechanics.
So,
but it's Dark Souls 3.
You're combining like Dark Souls 3 with like
that's shit.
I can't remember the name at the moment.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, Breath of the Wild is still, to me, right now, a better open world because you can do more things to interact with the world. Like you can climb, right? You can glide over the world. You've got other interaction abilities with your slate. But generally, yes, the open world is actually really great. And I'll talk about that in a second. But generally, it's Dark Souls 3 in open world. It's not Dark Souls 4. It's Dark Souls 3 in open world. It doesn't evolve the combat even to like a Bloodborne level. There is no extra mechanic that you wouldn't be familiar with in the combat. It's exactly the same. The parries are the same. Now the animations are the same typically for, like, for example, I'll tell you about the longsword. So the first two swings with the longsword, exactly the same animation as Dark Souls 3. Now the attack string, they slightly change the next 3 slashes that you do in that sequence, but even that is mostly the same. So that's kind of irritating. They didn't really do anything new or different or interesting with the combat. So it's basically, if you like Dark Souls combat, you're gonna like this, unless you really rely on the dodge, in which case the dodge has been nerfed.
Yeah.
So, and because the strength stat is the way it is now, heavy builds and magic are really going to be favored. So
here's what you're okay.
Ugh.
Here's my caveat to this though.
Oh, I was so close.
Damn, Nate, you were close.
I was so close.
That was really close.
Here's my caveat.
I got it figured out now. We're good.
And it's a really big caveat. Because actually for 2 days on Saturday, for like my playthrough on Saturday was when I was getting kind of low about this. I was getting pretty bummed out about it. And then I went back and I did it. First of all, I researched the hell out of this. I went back and tested the shit out of this dodge because it was driving me nuts. I went back and I tested it on Dark Souls 1 on Switch, which runs at 30 frames per second. And then I tested it again on Dark Souls 3 on PC, both at 60 frames and 30 frames. And I can confirm, unequivocally, the dodge is nerfed in Elden Ring, without a question. That said, I was playing in 30 frames on PS4, so that probably can account for a frame or two, right?
But it wouldn't make that big of a difference.
It's not. Yeah, because again, I took it down. I did a 1-to-1 comparison. I took Dark Souls 3 down to 30 frames on PC. Same result. Dark Souls 3 is still a faster dodge, still a better dodge. So it's confirmed. So when you get it and you play it on a more recent console, you play it on PC at higher frames, that will probably help. But what I also did was, because I could have sworn when I watched the gameplay preview from Bandai Namco last week that I saw a step dodge, like of the Bloodborne variety, like a step dodge where you're not actually rolling, you're doing a step dodge.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn I saw that. So I went back and I watched this again, And I can tell you where to find it in the video at 18 minutes 24 seconds. He's in a fight with the big boss of the preview, and he does 3 step dodges in a row that trigger after the attack happens. And he dodges that attack. He does not take damage from that attack. He doesn't get winged by it. And there is a step dodge. So what it seems like to me, unless that was like a lie, like they put that footage in there and doesn't actually exist in the game, that you will be finding a better dodge. Like it's probably like a talisman that you can put on that will change your dodge.
Like that
like
one
a weapon
ring
art or something.
Right, exactly. So
That's
it
what I'm
seems to me
imagining.
that there will be customizable items or abilities that you will find that can change the gameplay from the standard gameplay that I experienced in the network test. So, and I'm pretty sure that that's the case because the alternative is that they put that footage in the gameplay preview trailer, but it doesn't actually exist. It was just like a fake.
Well, I've known other
Which
companies do that, but
it
I don't
has,
think
it can
FromSoft is
happen.
that kind of company.
Exactly. I completely agree. I've seen it happen. It's unusual generally anyway, but even if it is,
At least
even if
nowadays. It used to be that way back in like the GameCube N64 era.
right.
Yeah.
But this was a gameplay preview, right? So they were showing gameplay. It wasn't like a cinematic that they were showing us. They were showing us gameplay. So, and there was that step dodge. So I'm convinced that there will be a better dodge in this game that you can get that will fix this problem for me straight up. And it will change the way that I play the game, and I think that's great. So I'm a little bit less worried about it now. So I'm kind of not really counting that as a negative anymore.
problem.
Yeah. Plus, you're only working with like what, half of the archetypes, like half of the player classes.
Yes, exactly. So they only gave us 5 player classes. My understanding is that there's a bunch more that weren't included in this test. So yeah, so there's going to be a whole lot more. This is just a network test, so all of this is grain of salt.
Jeez, dude, you're just taking that right under his face.
So given all that, my disappointment is actually tempered quite a bit by that likelihood.
Oh, come on.
I do still wish that there are a couple of other specific things that I wish that they would do to just make Dark Souls combat better.
Yeah.
Like the two things I want is a weapon parry rather than a shield parry.
Yeah.
Yes, but we can make that
and-
parry
Oh,
dagger actually
weird.
work something.
Exactly.
Weird.
And I want that parry not because here's the other thing. A lot of people don't know this about Dark Souls, but when you think about it, the Dark Souls parry is actually not a defensive move; it's an offensive move.
Yeah,
Because you do it to get your visceral attack, get to open them up for a
Yeah.
crit.
which does
right?
more than your standard would, or even sometimes your power.
Right, exactly. So you get a defensive benefit from it, but that's incidental. That's not why you're doing it. Like if all you're trying to do is avoid damage, you would dodge,
Yeah,
or you would
it's
just
both
get
for the
out,
risk reward is what it is.
or you would just block, right?
Yeah.
So what I want is for them to put in something that is a way to avoid damage that isn't just tanking hits one way or the other.
Love it.
Wow, right from behind. But that's one thing that I'd want. I'd also want that and or a dash to get in and out quickly, to move a little bit faster, rather than just a dodge roll. I'd like a
Yeah.
dash. But look, if they give me a better dodge that I can
Yeah, you're
rely
right.
on that rather than having to use a shield for parrying, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. I can live with it. So that's my subjective opinion. I was initially disappointed. I'm much less disappointed now because it does look like there's going to be different types of mechanics that you can spec into that will change the gameplay more than just Dark Souls 3
Yeah.
over again, right? So I'm feeling better
Plus-
about that.
It honestly seems like they've mixed the best of both worlds in some ways, from Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Shadows of the Dead twice.
So that's the thing. I was hoping to get a little more Sekiro. There's not that much Sekiro in this game. I know a lot of people are saying there is. There really isn't. There are 2 things I think that they took from Sekiro. The first is stealth, which is actually great. The stealth isn't
That's
like
good.
super deep,
Yeah.
but it's effective.
Oof.
Like you can absolutely use it. You can spec into a stealthy character. You can. It's a big help. It absolutely works. It's very helpful in taking out camps. It's great. You have a crouch that puts you into stealth mode, and it's great. And there's a jump. That's the other
Ugh,
Sekiro thing that
come
they
on.
added. You can jump. The jump doesn't really have a lot of utility outside of traversal around the world. You can do
Oop.
different
What are you
attacks out of the jump, but you also have that in Dark Souls 3. It's not really different from the jump attacks in Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
So, but you can jump, and so it helps with traversal, which is really great. So those are really the only, honestly, the really only two things they really took from Sekiro. But to your point, though, Gaming Fish, they took elements from Dark Souls, all the other Dark Souls games specifically, and sort of refined them and made them a little bit better. Honestly, the most revolutionary thing about this game has nothing to do with the Dark Souls aspects of it. As far as the Dark Souls part of the gameplay, it's all pretty familiar.
Yes!
Nice job, Nate!
Eat it!
Got
Fucker!
him! Round of applause!
Woo! Woo, boy!
Was that like...
That was 12, maybe? 12?
12
15?
tries
Just
this
combined
session,
with the
combined
last-
with 2 hours of last session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's actually pretty. That's par for the course, Nate. That's pretty normal. You did
Yeah,
great.
Probably about what I
yeah.
expected.
It really helped in the second phase. Like I got it down to the last time. I got it down to where I was about as consistent as I was this time, fighting both of them.
You keep healing under his face was the issue.
Oh, that's just my
the whole
steez,
series.
man.
That's Nate's move. That's
Just
how
my
it
move.
lives.
I heal like a
What are you doing?
bastard.
Where are you
I'm going back to a bonfire and using my fucking 50-something souls
He
here.
doesn't want to lose those
Smart.
after how
There
much
we
work
go.
it took. Why? You just gonna walk up on these boys?
Yeah.
Whiff.
Hang on.
Kinda
Hang on.
I was thinking you would have.
Dude, run the other way. It'll be safer. Run out the front door.
What are you doing? What are you
That's
doing?
It's
No.
okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I will be fine.
You'll come back and get them, I guess.
I'll come back and get him. It's fine.
Sure.
It's fine.
Jeez.
I
It
just
will
realized
be
my
okay.
volume was probably way too
All
high.
right. Well,
Okay.
good job, Nate.
Yeah.
Very, very well done. I bet you
Thank
that feels
you.
good to get through.
It
that.
does. It feels good. I've got my hands are tingling.
Now, my one worry. Okay, the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So let me get to this, Gaming Fish, because this is the most important thing in the whole fucking game. Obviously, the open world is the big change.
Yes.
First of all, the open world is gorgeous. It is. The art style is just. FromSoft is the best in the business at art. They just are. It's a gorgeous world to be in. It's dense. There is always something within view that is interesting that you want to go check out. And when you go check it out, it's a thing. It's not like an inanimate thing. It's a thing you can interact with or do something with. It is a densely packed, active, functional world where there's a lot of shit going down. So it's not numb. It's not wide open spaces with nothing to do. There's a lot of shit to do. So that's the first thing. Now, to your question, Gaming Fish, the horse. I don't know what kind of mounted like play that you enjoy, but mounted play. That's clip that, guys. But in my opinion, personally, this is, and it's not close. This is the best mounted combat I've ever played,
including Twilight Princess.
Yes, better.
Nice, excellent.
Way better. So
say,
here's
I heard the
amazing
lance
thing.
is actually really cool now.
Yes, you can absolutely joust. There's jousting.
Cool.
Which is very cool.
Instead of
I'm
five
weirdly
buttons,
down
you
for
can
that.
have
Yeah.
So
all right, level
yes,
the fuck
but here's
up.
why the mounted combat is so good. It's because your horse, it's not actually a horse, it's like a horse goat.
Yeah.
But your horse is unbelievable. Your horse is OP.
Yeah, it's
as
got a double
fuck.
jump. No shit.
Yes. So here's the thing. Your horse is faster than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
Your horse can jump. Your horse has a double jump. Your
Yeah.
horse has a dash.
Awesome.
Your horse
Love that.
is
You're-
more
you're-
dexterous
okay.
than Sekiro.
Your horse is Mega Man X.
Yes, your horse has more he's more agile than Sekiro.
Love that.
He is
Love that journey.
unbelievable. The only problem is he can be killed.
He can be what, like desummon killed? Like you can get him
Correct.
again? Okay. So
Yes.
he's got like a cooldown, or you have to like wait for combat to end.
Basically, yeah, it's a cooldown.
Okay.
But he's spectral, so he can't actually die. He
Like,
will.
yeah, he's a-
he will
he's a-
live.
You have to have
He
a quest
is
for, like, how
in
to-
and of himself like his own special summon.
You summon him with an item. You get an item in your inventory, and then you summon him. And
Right, I have to work out this guy's like fucking situation.
How do you
Also,
you lost your souls.
Bodied by this guy on like a.
No, I didn't lose my souls. I spent
Did
my
you spend them?
souls.
Okay,
I
good.
spent him. Yeah, I spent him.
Okay, good.
I upgraded my decks like 3 times.
Sorry, Tom. What'd you say?
I was just commenting on Nate's ability to beat his head against the wall against ONS for what 2 weeks now, and yet he goes to this guy
Yeah.
every time he gets his ass handed to him.
Just every time.
I can't like
He had
it's
that problem
because
with the first one too.
Yeah, I had better luck with him actually last time, despite my shitty like my shitty weapons situation. But like this time, I'm having trouble with his like hit the dodge frames.
It's also
like, it doesn't make any
place
sense to
fight
me.
him.
Yeah,
It's so close in.
yeah. It's really weird, and like his attacks don't make sense to me today for some reason.
Skyby, what error are you getting with the clip?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
But
I have a couple questions before you continue.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Whoa.
One is basically frame to frame, or at least close to Dark Souls 3 as fighting in Elden Ring. Like, is it like you put them side to side and it'll be like exactly the same, or?
Yeah, pretty goddamn close. Like I said, there's an animation here or there which is a little bit different. Like,
oh come
I'll
on!
I'll give you an example.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm sure people don't want to fucking deal with me doing this. I'm gonna run and get my souls,
done,
run back
guys.
out.
He's done.
Well, it's just oh, it just says whoops, something went wrong. Oh.
So I used the longsword for most of my playthrough. That, if you remember the animation from that, it's the exact same animation. So the animation in Dark Souls 3 is forehand slice, backhand slice if you're using just the one hand, and then it's forehand slice, backhand slice, and just does that back and forth, right? This time they do the forehand slice, backhand slice, and then they have 3 more animations if you continue that string that are slightly different than forehand backhand, the forehand backhand that you're used to, but it's still the same speed. It's still the same effect.
Like
And
cadence,
then-
swing cadence.
Exactly. Yeah, that doesn't change. Now,
I love it. Woo!
that was great.
That's fucking amazing.
That dude was camping
He
on
was
your ass.
waiting for me. Okay.
But
It probably would have helped if I would have just healed myself.
on the positive side, when you switch to two-handing,
Whatever. This
the
hallway, man, this hallway's my
the
life.
two-handed longsword animation is actually is actually now the same speed as the one-handed for the most part.
Really?
So it's no longer slower than the one-handed, which is great. I think that's awesome. It actually, I tried to test this too. It seems to take the same stamina cost too to use two-handed versus one-handed.
That's fine with me because honestly,
agree.
like,
I agree.
I have a big plight or a big grievance with video games who think oh, that's weird.
You and me both, Nate. You and me both.
Where it thinks like you use less,
You go
use
slower
more
if
stamina.
you use two hands, yeah.
It's like
So,
no, if anything, long swords
use
are
less.
like balanced so they can be fucking nimble as hell.
Yeah, so I'm really glad, like you, Nate, that they evened that out. I would
even
go
a
so
little
far
bit?
as I think they should actually go even more the other way. And
Yeah,
make-
honestly,
but
especially
I'm
if you're not
happy
going
with
to
this.
use a shield. Like,
Well, this is the thing. So this is the reason why I really feel like they should even go farther, but why I'm fine with this is because you get the benefit of doing more damage with two hands, but you're also sacrificing a shield and the parry mechanic. So
Very true.
people might say, well, then why would you not two-hand it? You just two-hand all the time. Well, it's because you're sacrificing a shield on the parry mechanic.
yeah,
So it's a give and
Alright,
take. There. It's
so
still balanced.
that's Gwyn, who apparently doesn't believe in shoes or no, just open-toed shoes.
He's a Greek boy.
Guinevere, and I assume at this point, Nameless King, because
think it's
he,
the son.
well, I mean, the whole lore of him is just like fucking,
He's the fallen son. Yeah.
yeah, like he disinherited everything, like written out of the
So,
will.
Just going
No,
up, or just go up.
yeah,
Go
just
up.
gonna go up. Just gonna go up.
But generally, Gaming Fish, the combat is, in terms of like timing and speed and cadence, it's basically identical.
And my
I
s- yeah.
I could hardly find any difference at all, apart from some of those changes, and apart from the fact that magic is cranked up
No.
to 11. and you've got these more powerful, varied weapon arts. But the actual combat itself, when you're in combat, hasn't really changed, which is part of the reason why I was disappointed.
Okay, my second thing is in like combat. Can you? So there's. It seems like you can't summon your horse in combat, right?
Correct. Correct.
You can't craft anything.
Not in combat. Correct.
Is there anything else that they took out, like when in combat?
No, I don't think so. I mean, do you have anything in mind? Because no, it's mostly yeah, you can't. I mean, you can still summon. You can still summon guys.
So this is where she is.
But you have to summon them
the
before you get into like combat.
So you can't summon like say that your friend puts down their summon sign or whatever it is in that one. You can't summon them when you're in fighting. When you're fighting.
I think you have to summon them first. I think.
Okay.
You gonna kneel, Nate?
I mean,
Neil, the big chest.
She is pretty chesty. I mean, I snuck in and
because if you did, you'd see a million notes.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Whatever.
Great chest ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always the one. That's why when you were at the statue
Praise the chest.
or the painted world, I said,
Mm-hmm.
don't bother looking at the notes.
The Lord vessel to thee. Wait, so you're gonna just?
Oh fuck yeah! Here we go.
Excellent.
By the power you now warp between bonfires. Fucking shit. Okay, love
vessel. But Nate, it's not every bonfire.
Nope.
Unfortunately,
only the ones that you've upgraded.
Even those, it's actually just a subset of all of them. Some that you just don't work as summoning as fast travel points.
All right, so like, what is she? Oh, chosen undead. Oh, hath journeyed far. Okay. Enter covenant talk. Father waited thee. Okay, once living, now undead, and fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art. Cease thee succeed, Lord Gwyn, and inherit the fire of our world. And a grave and arduous test of metal, ye it shall be. Indeed, we had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and life, and sustenance. Without fire, it shall be a frigid and frightful dark. Okay.
So you know what I think Nate should do, Ian? I think he needs to go investigate that snoring sound he heard at Firelink.
I agree. I think you should do that.
I think
snoring
that would be
sound. Okay.
Not critical, but I think it's important.
All right.
Obviously, after you do, did you get your 52,000 back?
Yeah, I got it back, and I spent it already.
Okay, good.
I got the choir hitting the pipes hard in here.
Also, I believe that there is if you go out to the elevator, you can ride the elevator down below this cathedral here.
Oh, really?
Right.
Okay. Do that.
Multiplayer gaming fish. I imagine you care about multiplayer.
I guess, yeah. Just a little bit.
Well, this is something a lot of people might care about. You can no longer get invaded
unless you are on the online mode.
Nope, not even. If you're online, you still can't get invaded. You can't get invaded unless you specifically want to be invaded.
Oh, okay.
So if you can play online and go completely invasion free if you want to. So the only
play with your friends.
You can absolutely play with your friends. You can summon them in. So here's the thing. The only times that you can get invaded are when you put down a sign, basically, or use an item that invites invaders into your game. And once you've used that, invaders can come invade you at any time, right? So it's opt-in. You opt in to being invaded. Or if you are co-oping with someone else, and if someone like friends in, then you can be invaded as well.
I'm thinking like you could have a whole. Do you know how many people can be like how many friends you can have?
I believe you can have you can have at least 3. You might be able to have
you can have a full D&D party. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, you can have a big party in there. But yeah, you can't because you can't be invaded unless either you've invited people in or you're co-oping. When someone else, if you're invading someone else, it's almost always going to be you against 2 or 3 or 4 people, right? So if you want to be a shitty invader boy, you're going to have your work cut out for you.
You're gonna have you're gonna get your money's worth type of thing.
Yes, correct.
Oh, my other thing is now I lost it. Never mind.
Okay.
I had this question perfect.
Whoa.
And then I completely forgot about it.
The summoning is also easier because they've got these things that are called summon pools that you can lay your sign down at these summon pools, and then when you walk up to them in your world, you can basically walk through.
Why
You
is he
can walk
not
up to this area and you
dodge
know that's
rolling
where
the
the
way I want
signs are
him
going to
to?
be. So
Okay.
there's less of this like I put my sign down over in this random area that's you got to go find it. You can still do that, but if you want it to be easier and someone just to know where to find it, you can put your sign down at a summoning pool, and then the other people will know exactly where to find it. Also, there will be a whole bunch of other summon signs there too, so if you just want to summon in randos to help you in a fight, you can do that too.
Cheryl is here, and she's asking about when the next episodes are coming out.
For what?
She just asked about how D&D's been going, so I guess the D&D stuff?
Oh, I mean, I believe Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries should be every Sunday, or at least I don't think we've missed a. I don't think we've missed a session, or at least not out. We're not off pace anymore.
3 or 4.
So yeah, that's. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna run past these guys. Fuck that. Later.
Osprey, who told you that I should DM Strixhaven? I mean, I would be open to the idea. I haven't actually looked at any of the Strixhaven stuff, but it sounds interesting.
All right, so.
Wait, if I get this correctly, technically all of us right now could, if once a game comes out and once we all do our own playthroughs, whatever, we could all hop into a game together and no problems, no issues.
I believe we could, yeah. The only problem with that is that you can't have your horse when even when there's just co-op players in. So you can't and you're gonna want your horse if you want to do any like significant world traversal.
Oh yeah, that was my question. Boss fights after you beat a boss fight.
Yes.
Does everyone else just disappear?
I don't think so. I don't believe so. I think if you've invited them into your game, because you can just randomly roam about the world with guys, and there are a lot of bosses that aren't like you don't walk through a fog wall to get to the boss necessarily. So there were I fought and beat every boss in this network test. There were bosses that are in so that this open world has these little dungeons that are very much like Breath of the Wild shrines, basically. They're at least the ones that I saw, they're not puzzle based. Like there's no puzzle. It's mostly combat based and exploration based. But they're out in the world. You walk into these little caves, and at the end of the cave is going to be a boss, and you fight the boss. You don't walk through a fog wall to get to them. So you can wander in there with your crew, fight this boss, and wander out with your crew.
So wait, every boss in the game basically is there like fog walls in this game or
there are. Okay. So there's different levels of bosses. So out in the world there are foes and then there are great foes. So the foes are like mini bosses. The great foes are like open world big ass bosses, big boy bosses. And then there are like the arch bosses of the area. Like in this playtest there was Stormvale Castle. That was sort of the big dungeon, old school Dark Souls style, like walk into the dungeon, find your way around, make your way to the boss, walk through the fog wall, fight the big boss. In that way, that one you did walk through a fog wall. That, the way I understand it, is that's going to be a required boss, right? Whereas the ones out in the world, if you don't want to fight them, you don't got to fight them. But if you want to beat the game, you have to fight the main line bosses that are behind the fog walls. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. I would put on a certain ring, Nate.
Ring of Favor?
No, there's a ring that lets you pass that statue.
I think Ring of Favor would work. Go ahead and put that on.
Fuck off.
No.
All right, wait. There's a. Okay, what ring is that? Is that?
If you have the Dark Moon's Sense ring.
I don't know if I do.
Did you pick it up from the body? Pretty sure it was the body.
I picked up a ring, but I don't think that was it. Is it Dusk Crown?
That could be it.
Dark Moon.
Dusk Crown sounds right.
All right, hang on.
I don't know. I threw on. Oh wait, you don't get that ring until. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a little bit ahead of you.
All right, so grants.
No, it's
there's
not.
Dusk Crown, Ring of Sun's Firstborn, Leo ring, Wolf ring.
You might not be able to do it right now.
No, it's a certain ring that you can get later on. It's the Dark Moon ring.
You could put on the Ring of Favor though. That's an option.
Nah. I think me and Nate are in agreement on that one. We're good.
So yeah, there you go. That's Elden Ring. The bosses were amazing. The open world was amazing. The traversal was spectacular.
Oh, hey, Merg.
I was disappointed in the dodge, but I'm hopeful that we'll get better combat options for lighter builds, and that will make things a little more doable for non-strength builds.
So wait, if you really wanted to, with friends and all that, you could beat the entire game online with all your buddies.
Do I need to go back to? I need to go back to what do you say, the bonfire at Firelink?
Yeah, there are a few places you can go right now, Nate. Actually.
All right. Well, I actually meaning to ask you. I know there are giant serpent dudes, and I haven't seen them yet. And I feel like I'm the like Framped and whoever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have not seen a single one of them.
Don't worry,
you already know about Framped?
Yeah, he's been watching Vati.
Oh, you cheater!
I know, that's what I.
Okay. I've been watching.
Have a good reveal tonight, and you ruined it.
No. I've been watching Dark Souls 3 shit, and I think I'm allowed to do that since I beat the fucking game.
Yeah.
But he talks about Dark Souls 1 shit, and granted, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I see it, and now I'm curious.
Sure.
I don't know when where he is or when he's coming up, but I've just I feel like I'm a fair amount through the game, and I haven't seen him yet.
Don't worry, Nate. You'll get there. You do have a lot of game left.
Yeah,
okay.
This always feels like 60%.
You have most of the painful places left to go.
Okay. That's fine.
Every area that you have left to go is basically hell.
Yeah, it's pretty sucky.
Okay. That's fine. Just curious.
But you also have the
I mentioned one name and everyone's like, "Oh, fuck you, Nate, you cheater."
You also have the DLC to look forward to, which you should be excited about because the DLC is dope as fuck.
The DLC is awesome.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
To answer your question, Gaming Fish, generally, yes. You could play with your crew through pretty much all of the game. That said, my understanding is, well, first and foremost, you cannot have a mount while you have your friends in your world. So the traversal would be an absolute bitch to get around the world with your crew at all times. So the way I would do it if I were you is I would get to a place and then summon people, explore around. Yeah. Also, as far as I'm aware, it works the same way as in other Dark Souls games, whereas the people that you summon in, they're not getting game progress in their own game. Right? So it's not like Destiny where it's a shared world and your world is the same as you are operating on two different planes of existence. So when you're in your friend's world, you're in your friend's world. You're not in your world. Right? So you could definitely have them come along for most of your playthrough, but just know they would have to know that they're not going to
snores and its breath is lethal. What the hell is he talking about?
Go find out.
So wait, you could technically beat your friend's game, and then go into your world with OP.
I mean,
level and all that crap, right?
Maybe, yeah, but I mean, there's so much open world though that you'd be. You can grind in your own world without having to go into your friend's world to get OP.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Presumably, yes. You could fuck around in your friend's game and get beefy.
I thought you knew him.
Yeah, I thought you knew all about this, Nate.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this though. Right here. What's up, dude?
Nate, just run off the edge.
Yeah. Just run off the edge.
Fuck off.
Seriously.
Just find out.
No, really. Fall off the edge.
Fall off the edge.
Why?
Just do it. Just trust us. Trust us, Nate.
20,000 souls. Okay, later.
Okay.
What is happening?
You got stuck for a second.
Okay.
I actually forgot this happened. I thought it was like an invisible wall.
What?
I thought we were fucking with you.
Yeah. Usually you are.
You can get down there.
So Firelink altar? Okay.
What you should do is actually, go to the edge here.
Okay.
Nate, jump off.
No, you have to now.
Fuck off.
No.
What do I have to?
You do it that way. It's different.
What do I have to do?
Jump off.
Oh, I'm not jumping off. Fuck off.
Wait, is that actually? I don't remember. I've only ever done it the
No,
usual way.
you'll die. Go up, walk up to that shit up there.
This.
Walk up to it.
Place Lord Vessel?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't I need that for warping, though?
No, you're good. How do you
Holy
think
shit, that's a big cup.
How do you
You got
think you're
the
gonna
big
get out of
pocket.
here? You've been carrying that around in your pockets, Nate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some real Link shit.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening?
Your giant bag of holding.
Dark Souls.
Kidding.
God, you're ugly. Are you ever gonna get human again? Jesus.
Got all those humanities. Not using them.
Whoa.
What is going on?
Kamehameha. Whoa.
Wasn't that where the dude was?
Okay, so Nate,
Yeah.
you've got like half a dozen different places you can go right now.
Holy shit, yeah.
You recognize this?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
At least I recognize the one. I haven't
Okay.
seen the others, I don't think.
Yo, you haven't seen that last
You
one.
haven't
You
seen
did.
that
This
one.
one you haven't been to yet.
That's the
Yeah.
only one I recognize.
There's
You
three
can
that
go to that one
happened.
now, though. You can go to that one now. You've got access to
Yeah.
it. So,
Is this
do you remember
hang
when
on.
you fought Spider Lady?
Yeah.
You remember where you went to after that? You came out in this like fiery place.
Yeah.
You can go there. That's
Okay.
a place you can go.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into the Catacombs. That's a
Wherever
place
that
you
is.
can go. You can go into like the deep dark
Can I open these doors?
ghost abyss. Walk up to it. See what happens.
Try.
I mean, it says open, but
Hit it. Hit it.
locked by some contraption. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Well, then-
I'll be back here in a second. I'll.
All right, I'll need to warp.
What you should do first, though, Nate, is warp back to Firelink if you can.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
If you, Ian, if you jump down, will he still let you do the normal route to get down here?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go and figure that out real quick.
We should still talk to him anyway because he's important to talk to.
Yeah, there's
He's
an
got other stuff.
animation that you should see. I think.
I don't
That's
know
the-
who's posting about Infernal Travel Agency, but there's only 2 episodes out.
I see it. I just edited the reply command. There's a third one.
I mean, there's 3 episodes. One's a trailer, and there's 2 actual episodes. There's no. This episode 3 is not out.
Oh,
So-
all right. I guess I'll. delete
Just a heads
that
up.
reply command
Yeah,
then.
just a
Or
heads
ask
up on
about
that.
D&D
Yeah,
on
I know.
content.
Yeah, I know they want content. Yeah, 3 is still underway.
Yeah, so
All
go
right.
back to where you saw a big dog-eared lizard.
Yeah, big. Yeah, Snoopy
Ugh.
Dog.
Cameron's here,
What?
everybody.
Who?
Ugh.
Look who it is.
Invited that guy. This ain't Dark Soul. I mean, this ain't Monster Hunter.
Oh wait, really? Is this what happens?
What is?
I'm
He's
trying to
gonna
remember
go-
exactly what happened.
Whoa!
Okay. Later, Bader. What? What?
Ah,
You
so we
should-
don't get-
You should
I
not
was
pay
I'll
that
let you
chosen.
know.
You
I didn't
said
actually
they
know
were
that this
saying
happened.
Why? First of all,
Man, that sucks.
who? What the
I
fuck
did-
is happening?
You can still get down there, Nate.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can still get
sure
down
I
there,
can
but
either
you can't get down
fall
the
or I
full
can.
way.
He should be down there when you go back down there. He'll hang upside down.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, well then do it.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think so. I'm pretty sure if I
Okay.
remember correctly. It's been a
Okay.
while, but
Whoosh. Okay. Like, first of all, why did he sound like a
I don't think that's
Shakespearean
I think
actor?
you get a one and done chance.
Rocket
Yeah.
Edge.
Well,
Like, what is?
that alters the ending, doesn't it?
I mean, he does come back. You will see him again. I'm pretty sure you see him down here at some point. I don't know when you proc him for it though.
Is that Framped? Am I correct in assuming that?
That is framed.
Yes, that is
King
framed.
Secret frames. Usually, what happens is you talk to him and he explains a little bit of stuff, sort of, and then he, if you decide to come down here, he picks you up in his mouth and he swallows you.
So I'm gonna let you know. something.
Okay.
I did not actually know that any of this happened. I didn't know that you could just jump down.
Oh,
And survive.
okay, because I knew that something happened where like he can tell you no, but I didn't think it was after the first shot. I thought it was like you had to continually do something. And then
Alright.
he was like, all right, fine, I'm leaving.
I didn't
So-
know that if you jumped down first that you would survive. I was trying to kill Nate.
Fuck off.
Oh, I thought it was an invisible wall. So, well,
All right. So like. All right. So.
I mean, it doesn't
ha
really-
I don't know.
doesn't-
Gaming Fish
It
is the only
doesn't
one that
really change that much. I mean, ultimately, you're not getting the sort of background, but
Yeah.
All right.
Generally, you still get. I mean, you can still get back down there, which is what you need to do. Besides, as far as like progressing the game,
Okay.
you don't need that. You need to go somewhere else now. You got choices.
Yeah. So I should probably pick a spot and go.
Yeah,
Can
whichever
I-
direction you want to go.
Can
All
I
right.
suggest a spot?
Sure.
Can I?
I'm
The
remembering
skeleton.
now what it takes to do the opposite.
The
and
skeleton?
that's much more work.
Skeleton area.
Oh, like the one around here?
Yeah.
Cameron, you're teasing me
Okay.
in Discord. Let me have a look.
All right. Where was that at? It was up this way, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I
That
think
is-
he's at that point where you can probably handle this.
All right. Which way is that? Is that through here?
Yep, through there to your left.
Svarta
Okay.
Legion A. What the hell is that?
What are we talking about?
Oh, in the Discord.
Am I getting
And then to your right.
a
Okay.
game-breaking sword? Is that what's happening here? Am I
Alright.
getting
Straight down.
Oh, straight down this way. Okay. Yeah.
the heinous violation that happened to me in our last session? Is that going to be righted?
All
Is that what's
I don't
happening
know
here?
what's going on.
right. One-shotting these guys.
So Cam, if you look at the chat,
I'm sure
Cameron
they'll
said
come
that
right back, though.
he posted a message for me in the Discord about
the
our
be-
D&D playthrough.
The best way to see if they come back is just to look at your souls to see if you got souls from them.
Oh,
And If
okay.
you did, they don't come back, and if you didn't, they're still alive.
Got it.
What the fuck?
All right.
This is honestly like the area that I've been like wanting him to go through for so long now.
Okay.
It's fine. I like the Dark Souls 3 version a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
but Dark Souls 1 is just hell.
Cameron, confirm for me if I got this translation correct. Does that mean lion sword?
I
That's
mean,
what I
that'd be
think it
pretty
means.
neat.
Context. What is it we're talking about? With the lion
So
sword?
so Cameron, if you look in the chat, Cameron said that he posted something in Discord, a message for
Okay,
me.
this
I
is-
checked the message. It's a message
Yeah.
it's about our D&D playthrough. Mad
We
Max's
yeah we're
Mercenaries.
Max.
we recorded Mad
Yeah.
Max's Mercenaries. We recorded yesterday, and Ian got fucking robbed.
I got fucked
Eh.
over, man. Let's call it what it is. I got fucked over.
Like we're in a tournament where you can't, like, by design, the magic design, you can't die, and he
Yeah.
still managed to lose.
So basically, we're in this big exhibition tournament where they're low
Like,
stakes. No one can really
think
die.
shonen anime tournament
Yeah.
arc.
And my magic
What
sword,
the fuck was that?
my +1 magic sword that I just got.
Yeah,
Broke.
snapped in half.
Yeah.
The
So
DM's discretion, I guess.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm a D&D noob, so Nate had to explain to me how
Oh,
fucked
hi.
up that actually is.
Yeah, that's very DM's
How
discretion.
unusual that is.
What the? Okay.
But of course, it would happen to me because if anybody's been paying attention to this playthrough, it's one of the ones we were posting on the
Yeah, it's
channel.
hardcore.
My character's been mostly getting his shit pushed in since the start of the campaign, so it's sort of like fitting for him. But Cameron tells
You
me
bought it,
that it looks like
fine.
we are.
How many times do I have to kill
Cameron,
this?
I don't get a sword now.
Cameron,
'Cause
you
I'm
should go to
complaining
Fight
too much.
Rules and look at the bestiary and sort it by CR rating descending. Holy shit, Eberron has some
I would,
crazy high
Nate,
rolls at like 20.
Is
Whatever.
this just
Talking
gonna keep
shit.
gonna go?
Yeah.
Is this
you
go-
want-
okay.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Infinite. This is Infinite respawn.
Okay, so they just don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You notice you're not getting souls for it.
Yeah. All right. So should I just jump down? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, it's wicked dark down here, Nate. So
no kidding.
yeah, it's gonna be pitch black. This, when we said the
Oh,
next
good.
places you're gonna go is hell, this is hell.
Okay.
This is one of those hell places. It only gets
Yeah.
worse from here.
Oh, jeez.
Probably similar to what you've experienced in Dark Souls 3, if you recall.
Similar, yeah, to the graveyard. I'm assuming, because that
Yeah.
seems
A lot
like it would
darker,
be
though.
a
Like,
thing.
that place had fire. This
Yeah,
place
this
does
is way
not.
darker.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm
Nate's gonna,
remembering things now,
Nate's gonna die a lot.
but I don't
I can
remember
already
which.
see it.
Oh, he's picking too many fights with these boys. He needs to get out of
just,
here.
Yeah, just go down.
Don't be fighting these boys, Nate. Get them out of your way and then fuck
And I-
'em. Get
oh.
out of there.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But anyway, I'll conclude just by saying Elden Ring, amazing. I am encouraged by the things I saw in the gameplay preview.
Or he'll
Should alleviate my issues, and we should be excited for January. I think it's going to be cool.
So are we still on, like, after all of us beat the game?
Yeah, I'm in
we're
play
all
some
gonna.
co-op.
Yeah, we're
I
all
like
gonna-
hit this. There, light bonfire. Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Better.
Figured my mouse
Better.
is back.
And
Alright, and then
Tom, you
pull
weren't here, but I
lever?
gave you full praise for coming in more clutch than anyone has ever come in ever by getting me that code. That you are a mensch, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
What does that do? Okay.
You are the
no,
hero
I'll
of
look
heroes.
up later.
Honestly,
I signed up just thinking, nothing was gonna happen like a week or so before I got that email.
Yeah.
And then I got the email like I think Thursday of that week, and I was like, oh shit. My roommate has a PS4, so I'll try and play it. And then they released the network times, and I realized I'm either gonna be asleep or
Yeah.
too busy on all 3 days. So I figured
So
the
you'll
person who
appreciate.
deserves the most would be the one that
Well,
plays FromSoft games the most.
you'll appreciate. There were 5 sessions, 5 3-hour sessions. I did all 5.
Really? Okay, I was
Yeah,
hoping that you would
so-
release it.
All
As many
15
as
hours,
you
I played all of them. So I got
Nice.
full use out of the code. It was awesome. Because they didn't respond to me at all. I just got radio silence when I signed up.
Hey, people that
So-
work in the games industry also got like
Anything cool over here?
nothing, and I have only
Yeah.
played
Nope.
like FromSoft games, 2 of them on my computer. So
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it was pretty
Oh.
random lottery.
oh.
From what I've seen, people have done some like surveys on this. It looks like less than 20% of the people that signed up actually got to get in.
What the fuck?
So it was a pretty small network test.
Oh
Even
gosh.
though
This is
the
gonna
amount of
suck.
gameplay was a lot.
All right.
I'm gonna try
So
to
Nate, do
get
you
going.
agree this is hell yet?
I mean, I haven't died enough for me to care yet, but I can definitely see how it could turn into that for sure. Oh boy.
yeah,
Okay. Can I
You
warp?
forgot a rest at that bonfire.
Yeah. Can I warp? No, I can't.
No.
Okay.
So you didn't
All
rest
right. Well, I didn't. I lit it, but I didn't rest at it. So
It's lit.
okay, that's fine.
Lit.
I will.
Nate, you don't have to go back there if you don't want to. There are other places you can go.
No, no,
I'll-
no.
I'll-
he-
I'll give it a
There are
try.
though. There are though. There are other places you can go. But
Did we
Alright.
ever beat the second asylum demon in Undead?
No,
Asylum?
we could
Oh.
also. That's another one of the places we could go back to.
If you want to smash on him real quick, you could do that.
Yeah, you
too.
could do that.
All right, let me give this
Dude,
one more
I-
shot.
honestly, I don't remember what else is there, but I
Yeah.
know that you can fight him.
Oh,
We
hey.
actually already did that. We got most of the stuff from that area, but
That's right.
we did
yeah.
not fight the boss.
But if you
So
want
we
the
could go back
souls,
and
yeah.
fight the boss.
But that's something you can also just come back to, even in a few levels, and just.
Yeah, that's true. We went there
figure out.
early because I wanted to get him the ring that makes it so that he can walk through muck without. slow.
shit.
Cameron
Which
saying
he
could
got
we
use
have
out of.
streamed recorded? Are you saying did we record stream something?
What are you talking about?
I'm
Yeah, I
looking
wonder.
I'm looking at chat.
Oh,
Should be doing. I'm looking at whatever Cameron's saying, and he said something about. By the way, Tom and Nate was told to let you know there are players looking for a DM on our server. Could we have streamed recorded? Oh, I think he's asking for us to set up another D&D show.
no. Oh, maybe he was asking about whether or not we could have streamed or recorded Elden Ring.
Oh, to that
Oh,
point,
okay.
I actually did record my first 2 sessions.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Okay, I know
I did.
a lot of people I know did the same thing.
I did.
wasn't sure what the legality was because I'm assuming if it's a closed beta.
I saw a
and
lot of
you-
people playing on Twitch.
Oh yeah, I saw a lot of people like live streaming on YouTube, Twitch,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
all of
what I
it.
thought. There was no
Ooh.
NDA. Just
My understanding, I was watching Kind of Funny the other day, and they were talking about this exact same thing, and they said that basically what Bandai Namco said was that we'd prefer that you didn't, but we can't really stop you. So
Well, if anything,
because it's
build
a
type anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's gonna help out more than it's gonna hurt.
but yeah, so people from Kind of Funny at least, that's Greg Miller's stage channel on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
That's
Oh.
they're a big deal, and they did it, so I imagine it's probably fine. But yes, I actually did record my play
Oh,
for the
nice.
first 2 sessions, but I had to disconnect from it eventually for my last 3 sessions because it was causing an even further delay on the dodge, and it was just like
right.
I
That was
couldn't
a
tolerate
PS4
it
code
anymore.
too, right? So you played on
Yes.
PS4, or did
At 30 at PS4 at 30 frames per second through an Elgato, so it was like I can't do this anymore. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, yeah.
But I did get I got 6 hours basically on record. So if you want, we can probably show that somehow if you want to stream it or post it somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
we
mean,
can.
that is something we could do.
So how about this? If you have it, let's go back
We
and
can
watch
talk
it
over it.
together, and we can talk over it.
yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say we could do that either on stream or
Oh.
recording. We can do either or.
I mean,
Yeah, we can
I'm
absolutely
up
do that.
if you guys want me to be a part
Thanks
of
for
Yeah.
hanging out. I'll spray.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll talk to you later.
We'll do I did the 3-hour sessions. I think maybe we'll just pick one of them, or maybe I will scrub through some of the stuff and I'll like pick some highlights to show you some interesting stuff.
All right, is
I mean,
this?
yeah.
Where do I go?
If you send them to me, I'll
Alright.
if you want, I can
Oh, boy.
see what
Oh,
would be
boy.
like the most interesting thing if you want.
Well, I kind of want to have like free, like if you guys ask questions, I want to be able to
Okay.
take you to places, so like be able
Jeez.
to manually
Okay.
scrub through it
Yeah,
would be
we
good.
don't want to do it like a re-upload. We want to do like a commentary. That's kind of what
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez,
So maybe
you're-
maybe we'll just do it that way. I can
Why do
stream
you keep rolling? You gotta
from
run.
my machine.
I'm trying just to.
run. Tom is right. Run away is faster. Once you're
Oh,
out, once you're
oh,
out of
shit.
immediate danger, running is best.
Yeah.
Oh, nice job.
All right.
That one-
Am I going backwards?
Yeah,
I'm
that
pretty sure I'm going backwards.
But you're living. Oh, that guy just killed himself.
I am. Yep, that's cool.
Jumped right off.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going backwards. Okay.
I wish they had the
Later, Osprey. Take it easy, man.
collapsible bridge in this one. I really love that
All
one.
right, the
Oh,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones bridge. Yeah. What's this parkour motherfucker up to?
I'm happy to do the 2 hours. I could talk about Elden Ring for fucking forever.
Oh, I think we all three. You're the only one that's had play of it, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we would
And
all
that's the other thing. I played.
talk about
I
it.
played such a. So here's the thing, guys. I think this is the best tell about how I actually feel about Elden Ring at this point. I have that itch. So you guys have all played Dark Souls. Is like after you've finished playing for like a few hours, and then you come back, like you start having that itch. Yeah, I kind of want to get
Yeah.
back in there and play. I've got that for Elden Ring. Like I wanted to get back in there and play
I
today.
think for FromSoft games, regardless, even if it seems a little bleak from the outset, or some of the
You
changes
always
are
wanna get
that
back
you
in.
Want it's kind of hard to not get that.
Yeah, there's always that itch. So this one has that totally. So, yeah.
No,
It'll be
I'm
cool.
glad that it's at least, even if the combat's not super different, I'm okay with that more than if it was changed so differently.
All
Yeah,
right.
I look, man. You know, I love Dark Souls. You know, the reason we're playing these Dark Souls games on the channel now is because I forced Nate to do it. So, like, obviously, I'm a Dark Souls fan. I am a little disappointed that it's so Dark Souls 3E, but
You're
I
hoping
can-
for a little
I-
bit more.
I can handle that. I
Fuck,
won't mind
come
that
on.
so much as long as they fix the dodge, which was nerfed.
Oh, and I didn't fucking rest of the goddamn thing. I like.
Nope.
All right.
But you
Well, the
ran around
bridge
a
should
lot. That's all.
Well, I learned the way I want to go. So, well, at least I learned that the bridge is there now, unless I have to do
Real
everything
souls for
over
the
again.
debate along the way.
Like, if I knew that I wasn't going to be able to fix the dodge, the busted dodge mechanic in Elden Ring, I'd be pretty bummed right now. Because that would be, in combination with the fact that they didn't really change anything from Dark Souls 3 combat, they basically would have just made it worse for me, right?
Okay.
After nerfing the dodge. But I'm pretty confident that there's going to be other dodge options based on the gameplay trailer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
There also
they-
might
if-
be another
if they
test
do-
stream, like another testing with the other set.
yeah, they might. It's possible.
I mean, how long in advance was this announced that they would do this one?
I don't know, like 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like
Maybe a
still
month?
months left before this thing's actually
Oh,
released.
so that's the other thing I should point out. This game looks like it's ready.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if because here's the thing. This was a huge demo. There was
Yeah.
there were 10 bosses.
Yeah.
I
Which is
fought
nuts.
beat 10 bosses
And
just in this
I
demo.
hear it's like less than half of like the actual map. Like
Based on the assessments that I saw, they were talking about it being about a fifth of the map. Anywhere from a fifth to a 12th
wow.
of the map.
So what you're saying is you're basically throwing everything, map size and all that, out the window from old Dark Souls game, and you're putting down a new map.
Oh, basically it's like 3 or 4 Dark Souls games all in one, size-wise. It looks like to me. And like I said, it looks polished. It looks done. I only had one glitch the entire time. I fell through the world once fighting a dragon.
Okay.
Other than
Oh,
that,
come on.
it was polished as hell.
Woo.
And
So
that
Oh.
doesn't seem that bad. Even in Dark Souls 3 and 1 and
Oh,
all that,
oh,
you get
oh.
notifications.
Ah.
bummer.
All right. Yeah. All right. I want to do something different.
Okay.
Oh, come
Is-
on. Give
Do you
it up,
want to go
son,
back
you
to the
did it.
asylum, beat that boss?
Sure, why not?
All right.
I'll do that, and then I'll give the skeleton run another try. But
I'm
do I need to
sorry.
do I need to go see the crow again?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to go
All
up.
right.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's a
Wrong way.
crow or a raven. Wrong way.
Wrong way,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, right.
Yeah,
I need
you
to
want
go
to catch the elevator. Yep.
yeah. And then
Um,
jump
I
jump off.
honestly just wanted you to suffer a little bit more. You didn't have enough of that.
No, thanks. Appreciate it. Everybody's here for.
Yep.
All right, so go up but I get off partially up the way here.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll see it. It's pretty easy to hit. But yeah, Cameron, I'm happy to do like we can take either if you want to use a Dark Souls Tuesday for it, or if you want to do a separate day and stream. I'm happy to queue up some footage and talk you through some of it.
I jump
you'll-
here. Oh, I jump here. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to deal with me wrestling with the busted dodge mechanic and the 30 frames delayed on PS4 through the Elgato. So it's like it's not the cleanest gameplay, but
Well, that's fine.
you'll get the idea.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse, and it definitely did improve when I got off the Elgato. The frames got better and the dodge got better. It still wasn't as good as the other Dark Souls games. So I think it bought me about half a frame, maybe a frame, when I got off the Elgato. Probably about a frame.
So do you think playing on the PC is going to be a lot better than playing on, like, say, a PS4, Xbox?
I definitely do.
Xbox
I definitely do. So here's the thing about the PS4 specifically. The art is amazing. It's incredible looking, but the graphics, like the graphical fidelity and the frame rate, kind of garbage, kind of shitty. Yeah, very much so. Now the frame rate actually held pretty solid at 30 frames. I did get a few dips into the 20s though, occasionally.
Again,
it was
it's
never
a beta.
game-breaking.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Not only is it a beta, it was also a Gen 1 PlayStation 4.
Oh,
So we're talking about like day one PlayStation 4. It was at 30 frames per second. It was low fidelity, probably like 720p. It's to be expected on that hardware. I'm actually happy about that, because what that means is that they really had to downsize it in order to get it to run on that machine, which means it's going to look really great on better hardware. I would definitely recommend, if you have a PC of any kind of quality,
All right.
get it on that.
Am I going in
can.
here and
Yeah.
falling down?
Yep, that'll do it.
All right. Let's go.
You
thanks
remember
for-
him?
Yeah.
Because honestly, my friend, that was like one of
Oh,
his
Sunny
worries.
D.
Well, so here's the thing.
Oh,
It's totally playable. I had a good time on PlayStation 4. It's not like broken or busted or anything like that. It's not like Cyberpunk on
Yeah.
PlayStation 4. It works. Like if that's all you have, I would say absolutely still play it. It'll be worth it. It's still totally playable. But you'll get 60 frames and it'll look incredibly gorgeous if you
okay.
play it on PC
Okay,
or
good to
PlayStation
know,
5
good to know.
or Xbox Series.
Okay.
So, my understanding, Bandai Namco said that it's going to be 60 frames locked on PC as well, so you can't go higher than 60 frames.
Okay.
But obviously, it'll be available in 4K on PC and all that shit too, so it's going to look great. There will probably be mods later on too that'll probably unlock that frame rate, I imagine.
People, I'm gonna guess after a while are probably gonna mod the living crap.
Yeah,
I imagine so.
yeah.
Elden
They actually just came out with a new Dark Souls 3 mod called Convergence.
What is that about?
It completely overhauls the magic system, so now it's like a hyper magic heavy
Oh, cool.
playthrough. So yeah, if you wanted to like install that mod and do a magic build, I'll bet you it'd be pretty fun. You're wailing on this guy, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him up.
Woo.
Good job.
Oh, okay.
AoE'd.
I keep forgetting that he has that. Like he can project it out.
You're the only person I know that fights this guy face to face.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Are you supposed to?
The meta on this guy is just stabbing him in the ass. Yeah, back
Yeah,
here.
oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you don't have to. It's just that's what other people do.
What everyone else does.
Yeah.
I've never done things like
It's true.
everybody else.
That's true.
That is very true.
Because I'm edgy and special.
So I'd say be excited about Elden Ring. Should be cool. I'm very excited for it. I don't think it's going to get delayed again. I'd be very surprised if it did, based on what I played on.
It seemed, like you said, it seems pretty done. I will say the UI seemed really simplistic, which I like.
So
in some manner, but
It's
it seemed
minimalistic, yeah.
weirdly
this is the
done.
thing. So the game, that's a good point.
Ooh,
Tom, 'cause
shit! Titan Ice Lab.
The gameplay preview trailer that they did.
Wait,
They didn't-
So you
they
just
didn't
give
show
me
the HUD at all.
700? Is that it?
Right.
Fucking shit.
So there was
man.
no HUD in that. But
Oh no, there we go.
The first thing that will like
All right.
blow you away when you first boot this game up is that even the HUD is identical to Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. It
I
seems
noticed
like they
that.
changed
The
a
only
little bit.
difference that I could see was that it added in a compass at the top because you have this open world, obviously, that you need to navigate. So you do get a compass, but apart from that, it's basically identical. Even the health and FP and stamina bars look basically identical. It's
I'm
funny.
fine with the whole the premise of if it isn't broke, don't fix it. But even like some aesthetic changes would have been like
That's the thing.
Nice.
So that's exactly right, Tom. So like I'm disappointed in the sense that I think they missed an opportunity to like move this genre forward. So I love Dark Souls 3 and I don't mind having another Dark Souls 3, but like, you know,
Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother with the parry.
it'd be cool. It felt a little bit
Red
lazy
Titanite
on that
chunk.
front.
yeah.
So to get to, I guess the original question for the stream was Nate. I mean, was Ian? Are you capable of like criticizing Miyazaki or FromSoft? I'm gonna let you know. I am not a Miyazaki stan, and there's all the stuff that I said today still holds true. I'm disappointed in the Dodge. I'm disappointed that they didn't
Julie or
do
doll? Okay.
significantly new stuff compared to Dark Souls 3. That bums me out. So,
Well,
but we'll
there's more
see.
yet to see.
Again, if that's because the Dodge if you compare the Dodge roll that was in this playtest to what you see that step dodge in the gameplay preview trailer, it is a complete overhaul of the dodge system. So if something like that exists for the dodge, and it's not confirmed that it does, but by all accounts it looks like it does,
Oh yeah.
then there might be similar types of mechanics for like shield parries or for like
Yeah.
strength builds and like tanking and like and stealthing. Like there might be ways to change stealth up. There might be ways to like play as a straight up thief rogue. Like given how huge a change that step dodge looks to be from the typical roll dodge, who knows how much customization there might be. And if there's that much customization, then I think that would warrant saying that there's a big evolution, a big even revolution in this game. But based on the 15 hours that I played, that wasn't in the network test yet. So I can't say that it's gonna be way different from Dark Souls 3. What I played was Dark Souls 3. So
Dark Souls
Okay.
3 just amped up to 11.
Dark Souls 3 actually amped up to 11 in some ways, especially for magic and for weapon arts and even for strength builds, but way nerfed for dex builds and fast builds. Super nerfed
Okay.
because the dodge sucks now.
Quick question. Am I done here? Like, is that it? Is that all
Yeah,
I
you're pretty
need
much
to do?
done.
I think
Yeah,
so,
you
yeah.
killed the
Okay.
killed the other knight that was here before. You got the ring that was here, and now
Yeah.
you've killed the boss, so you're all set. Although there is one thing you can do up here on the ledge.
Oh yeah.
You can go sit in the bird's nest and talk to him. Do you know what that bird's nest does, Nate?
What it does? No.
Yeah.
I imagine it
So-
provides shelter to bird babies.
For
Yeah.
you, what it does is it transposes items.
Oh.
So it's not this nest, it's over on the corner back behind you. You walk out on the ledge, you can stand out there,
Okay.
and you can put shit in it, and it will basically, you're trading those things,
Alright.
you're giving those to the bird, and then the bird will return other items back to you.
Okay. So like this guy right here?
Yeah.
What do I do to start it?
You
Put an
just
item down.
you go into your menu, you go into your items, you say drop item, or I guess. It's
Oh,
called
is
drop.
this pickle pea?
Yes,
So yeah.
same thing.
Okay. All right. So what do you
I don't know. It
recommend?
comes down to what you want or need. I don't remember what the exchange
I don't know. Yeah,
rate is.
okay.
You might want to look that up before you actually do this. But
Okay.
like go to
Should.
Fextra Life at some point in your off time and try that
Yeah.
out.
Soul of Sith. That's what I'll put
Aw.
down. No kidding.
Poor
All
Seth.
right. I know, right?
Put him in my
My
bar.
my least favorite boss battle. Not because it's not good or fun. I just hate doing it.
Oh, also Elden Ring. Another thing you guys got to know: bosses, enemies, awesome, just awesome.
Okay. I hear
The
they do.
variety, yeah, awesome, fucking cool.
Were they
I
there?
hear
Was it-
I hear they start doing more blood or bleeding damage, so you can't just
Oh,
like
yes.
block them the whole time.
Yes, I think that's a concession that they made because strength is now so OP
I want to
that turtling behind your shield oftentimes is not going to help you because you will very often take bleed damage
chat if
through
you
your
want to hear
block.
about the pod boys type in chat.
Yeah.
Want to hear about the what voice?
The Pop Boys. From
Pop
the
Yeah.
Boys.
trailer, like the
Oh,
shit that
Pot
everyone's, like,
Boys.
really big on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop
Yeah.
Boys.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty. Because what is it? Vati found a giant pot boy. What's his name? The Iron Fist, or some
No, they
such
showed
nonsense.
the
I
pot
don't know,
in the gameplay preview where you have to smack him out
Oh.
of the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the gameplay
Okay.
preview.
Oh, ow. Okay.
Hello.
Blue says usually it's herbs at once. I think they're referring to the
Oh,
bird.
the bird's nest. Yeah,
Yes.
that might be.
All right.
I thought rubbish had something to play in it. Like the first time you give it the trash item.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff you can put in there, but you
Yeah.
can. It's a. I think you can get like Titanite and shit back from it.
Oh, that's
Depending on
cool.
what you put, depends on what you
Yeah.
get back. Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Extra Life has a whole
right.
breakdown of exactly what you can get from it. Going back to the Catacombs, huh?
Yeah, I'll try it. I mean,
Alrighty.
I know Gaming
This
Fish wants me to
also-
suffer more, so I'll give it another shot.
This also is not the only place you can go. There's still a whole bunch of other places you
Oh,
can
Yeah.
go.
You have like
Lots of options.
I'd love to see archives first. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What is Archives? Is that
Fucking
like
Archives is
the...
cool.
One of the
Archives is
places
like the
to go.
precursor to fucking Bloodborne.
Well,
It's
actually, I don't know, Nate. You tell us. What is archives?
great.
Yeah.
How much do
Roasted.
you know?
I don't fucking
Roasted.
know. I'm not looking at other shit.
Tom, that was a
just,
sick
I just
burn,
watched
man.
the Dark Souls
Well, no,
3
I mean, it
stuff
wasn't-
because I
wasn't
figured it was
because, I mean,
safe.
Literally, if you know anything about it, I'm actually curious to see like what.
I
box
figured it was safe. You said these
No,
things aren't
we're-
direct sequels, so
Ooh.
like I was like, all right, maybe this shit's different, or maybe it doesn't matter as much.
no, it
Well,
matters.
yeah, they're not. I mean, a lot of the NPC bosses in here you won't see later on.
Incidentally, can I just point out
This roller.
Cameron being like a super dick in the chat over here? His comment back before was, "Could we not have streamed that?" Like, what a shitty way to say that. And then when I said, "Oh, actually, I did capture it. We can stream it." Nothing. Radio silence from him.
Yep.
Fuck
I think
you,
I
man.
think he puts it up in the background and then just types in a little bit in the beginning.
Damn it, Cameron.
done- I
He
figured
breaks
that
my sword, and then he gives me shit about not streaming Elden Ring.
All right, so they
Yeah.
die like in the presence of this thing. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like down here they can, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like, 'cause
was
they
down
get-
there, Nate, that you killed?
What was down here that I killed?
Yeah. What was the thing that the enemy that was down there?
Down here, it was skeletons down in
Just
this
Skelly
room.
Boys?
Yeah, it was just Skelly Boys.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it was just
What-
the skeletons.
One of them was slightly different, I think, if I'm picking
Oh.
up this correctly.
Okay.
Picking up what he's putting down?
I was not
Yeah.
aware.
Also,
Of
you've
the-
seen
of a
another one
major
of those little
difference?
statue things over there that you pulled. Did you already pull both?
I pulled this one to open up the door up above there, and
Yeah,
then I
you get
pulled the
the
other
other
one. Yeah, I pulled the other one, which I think extended the bridge, or at least opened up something, because I
Okay,
could
yeah,
I could
yeah,
go
yeah,
across it.
you
So
What do we think
Yeah.
the little things in the wall
Oh,
are? They're
ow.
like beetle carcasses that are like in the wall or some shit down here.
Like some Hollow Knight stuff.
Yeah, really.
It's fucked up.
All right, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
see
just
all this
gonna-
shit? Like, what do we
gonna
think
top
this is?
myself off here. If it's
It looks gross as fuck
yeah,
down here.
seems
Yeah, they're
weird.
beetles, man.
they're beetles, they're absolutely
moving.
beetles.
Gaming fish.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Gross.
That's a
Nah,
nope
yeah.
for gaming fish.
I do like that when the skeletons start pulling themselves together,
Yeah.
it's like this remix sound.
Yeah. Oh, they rolling at your ass? Jeez.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They're doing what you do to them. Roll into people. Nate, you spent the first half of Dark Souls 3 just rolling into
Yeah, just
dudes.
rolling into people. Yeah, because apparently that's a cool stun lock. What the
Yeah,
hell?
if they're like World 1-1 Goombas, you can stun them by rolling into
Alright.
them.
No, we're here.
All right.
I
So,
appreciate you running through this, Nate. Good job.
Yeah, trying to work it out
A little bit lost.
a little bit.
It's a little bit of a maze down
I'm here.
Ooh, those are big souls.
Hmm.
That was not nothing. You're taking chip damage on that, FYI.
I know. I know. Take
Get
care of that
fucked.
guy.
He's wearing clothes. That's weird.
So
Yeah.
okay, there was something else that I was curious about.
Ooh.
About Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay. Did you watched the trailer that all of us saw
Mhm.
on the when he blocked with the sword, he like did a spinning attack backwards.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's a new mechanic too. A lot of people say that that is one of the things that they think is taken from Sekiro. I disagree, and I'll tell you why. So I'll tell you how it works. I forget what they call it. It's like a
Oof.
It's a,
Oh,
it's,
God, I
it's
gotta
a
get the
block,
fuck out of Dodge.
It's like a block charge or something is what it's called.
Okay.
Basically, what it is, you can do it either with your two-handed sword, a sword or a weapon that you're two-handing, or your shield. But basically, what it is all you're doing is waiting for your enemy to hit you, and you block it, and then immediately after block, you press R2, your heavy attack, and it will go into basically what amounts to a visceral attack. You get a crit. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is one of the things that they took from Sekiro because it's like a parry and you get damage off
God.
of it. It's not a parry. It's just a straight up hit.
I got cornered. I got cornered. They knew it. They knew it, and they did it.
So the mechanic is you do get a crit, but it costs, if you're only using a sword, you're not going to tank all the damage that you're taking from that hit when you block because you're only using a sword, right?
Yeah.
So you can still pull off the visceral using that, but you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of your health in order to make that happen. If you use a shield, you should be able to tank all the damage on it. But the caveat to all of this is that it really only tends to work on lower level enemies. So like you can't really do it to a boss. If you try to do it to a boss, the boss will go, ha ha ha, fuck you. And you'll get...
They really say that? That's cool.
Basically, yeah. They will fuck you over if you try and do that to a boss. Bring that weak shit in there.
So you can do it to every enemy.
Pretty much every enemy that's sort of like your size, sort of on your level, you can do it to them. Like I said, it's useful. It gives you a crit, and it's really easy to pull off. Like it's super easy to pull off, but it doesn't take a lot of skill. Like it's not like a parry the way Sekiro is, and it also doesn't. There is a hidden poise meter for all of these enemies, but for the enemies that you can do this move to, you'll break through their health before you break through their poise.
What the fuck? God damn. All right.
And
I just still have to like... I still have to pull my souls out of that room.
And breaking their poise pretty much just... They will get winded. They'll get like they do in Dark Souls. They'll crumple to the ground for a second like they've been opened up, and then you can run in and get a visceral on them. So that's useful too. But it's really anyone who's... I hear a lot of people saying like it's so much like Sekiro. It is not. It is not like Sekiro. It's more like the mechanics that we've already had in Dark Souls 3. It's just a little bit it's just a little bit more. You can break their poise easier, basically. Because like there are all kinds of enemies in Dark Souls 3 that you can break their guard and they will get winded, and then you'll be able to run up to them and get a few hits on them. Right? You can even get viscerals on them.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens to the fucking Nameless King's dragon, for fuck's sake. It happens to those little gator boys in the basement in Irithyll dungeon, not Irithyll dungeon, but underneath Irithyll.
Yeah.
Like, it's a mechanic that was in Dark Souls. It's just you can break their poise a little bit easier in this than you in Elden Ring than you could in the others. But to your question, yes, it's an ability. Yes, you can do it with just your sword. You don't have to use a shield. I would recommend doing it with a shield because then you can tank all the damage and not
don't have to worry
take any hits. Yeah. So yeah, it's a useful thing. It's very cool. The animation's very cool. It's definitely a get fucked move. It would be cool, I think, if you could do it to bigger bosses, because the only problem that I see with it is that because you can only really do it to little Goombas, it's not really worth it because one extra slash is going to kill him anyway. So, especially if you're only using your sword, taking the extra damage in order to get that critical definitely isn't worth it, because one extra hit can do the same job without you taking any extra damage as a result. So, to me, it's sort of a meh. I know a lot of people out there were kind of excited about that. It turned out to be not really anything special to me. Maybe there will be other stuff in the game where it will be more useful. But at least in this network test, it didn't really impress me very much.
Yeah, I was just curious because I saw it, and I know some games are more they don't put what they show in the game. So I was just curious if it was actually in there.
I mean, it's impressive if you're going to be a sword user, like if you're going to do sword and board, it's super useful because it's so easy to pull off. You just tank behind the shield, and then you immediately pop your your critical attack, and it's basically a free crit anytime you want on these on little lower level dudes. So it could potentially like really useful in lower levels.
Oh,
Hey, look who it is.
motherfucker! I should
You know
just
who
kill
this
you now.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's the right response. What do you think he's gonna do, Nate? You trust him?
I'm sure he'll fucking kick me in the back or something. Wait, what
Fuck,
did he ask?
You have been watching Vati.
No, that's literally what he does to you in the cathedral, and he does it again when he's lap. Like, that's just what he does.
He's a mean boy.
Yeah. All right, so what did he ask me? I don't remember.
I don't think it matters.
Yes. I imagine as much. All right, treacherous.
Oh, is it? I wonder
Yeah,
why
I
it's
bet
so treacherous.
I should fucking kill you now.
You know what he's like? He's like those people who are like, nobody said life was fair. It's like, yeah, it's not fair because of you, Matt, you fucking asshole.
Exactly. He's the Revolver Ocelot of the Dark Souls series. I'm
To a T, or is that
So very true.
Yeah. Like, I know enough about him to know that he's not on your side, but he always was.
Just kill him.
Douche boy.
All right.
Take your
I
name,
want to
just
make
end his life.
sure that this is away. Oh, that's okay. So that is okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. That was a trollsy area to try and get me to fall out of. Got it. All right. It's not a big one, but it's a fog wall, so
He's nervous, guys.
yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Eat himself
I
up
would
a
be
bit?
too.
All right. Oh, okay. More of this. Okay. Well, somebody fell off a bridge.
I guess you can. Why is my mic?
I don't know. Yeah, you're like really quiet.
Oh my god.
Oh, you can't hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry.
Okay, I was asking if someone could hear me for like 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
No, like,
Okay,
I
we
couldn't
can now.
understand-
Oh,
I
you know
couldn't
what?
even-
That's right, Blue. I totally forgot about that. These guys are reviving because there's usually a mage that's bringing them back to life. I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to have him figure it out.
He's going to. He'll find him.
Yeah. There's a reason why I was like,
Yeah.
"Are you
Fuck me.
sure
It's got
you don't
exploding,
remember?"
exploding like lost souls from fucking Doom and shit. That's what these guys are.
So if I get this correctly, strength is gonna be like people are gonna put a lot into strength right away.
I mean, here's the thing. I'll just say this. I did. I'm never one to do strength builds, and I learned right away that it did not behoove me to build into decks, at least not in this network test. So I didn't see a downside to speccing into strength at this point. So
Well, because
I-
it
at
also
least-
it increases your equip load, so having a decent
Exactly.
amount of strength
Exactly,
is
because
worth
this is
it.
the thing. In a dex build, like a pure dex build in Dark Souls 3, you still want to build your vitality so that you can wear some armor and still get fast dodge, right? So you still need to spec into vitality or endurance as it is in Dark Souls 1. If you want to run a really pure fast dex build, in this, you are gonna be building into. If you still want to, first of all, you don't have to because your equip load doesn't change until 70%. So your dodge is the same all the way up to 70%. And besides that, if you want to increase your equip load beyond that so you can wear some kind of armor and get a dodge, you're going to be speccing into strength anyway. So you might be, I mean, the good news is that every weapon benefits to some degree from both strength and dex one way or another. Like you'll get something, even if it's an E-scaling. Wow.
Why did I bother farting him? Ugh.
You're
nemesis.
have a hard time in this area.
It is your nemesis.
Yeah, these guys in particular? Yeah, I don't know why. There's a hidden passage according to Blue. I don't know where the hell that is. Oh my god, it's so long of a run.
Nate, you are. This is the beginning level of hell. You haven't reached like the normal level of hell yet.
Okay, I'm loving all the things you guys have to say to me.
Yeah, don't worry. You got a lot to go. We're here to support you. Here to cause you anguish and agony.
Got it. Love it. Love that journey. Oh, I'm not gonna make it this time.
That's
Honestly,
the spirit.
Off to a great start.
I wish they had the test up for PC.
Yeah, me too. I think that would have been much cooler. I'm not sure why they didn't.
Fuck.
Probably, I'm sure.
What
it
a
was just easier.
fucking waste.
This couldn't have been an easy test to put together. Like I said, it was 15 hours, and it was a full 15 hours. Of gameplay. Like I wasn't going through
What the
like
fuck
old
do I
stuff
bother?
by the 15th hour. It was
Yeah.
there was still stuff to do.
Ladder where
So
that guy is. Okay,
that's about as
so
big a demo as I
patches.
could imagine
Okay,
them doing.
That's when they release even a bigger
got it.
demo.
Okay, more sprinting. Love it.
How are you liking the
Honest-
Catacombs, Nate?
I mean, it's tedious. It's not like it's not hard in like a fun way,
Oh, that's
or like
another thing.
a like.
You guys will appreciate this about Elden Ring. It's not tedious. What
Oh,
Nate's
good.
doing right now, this running back to stuff,
Yeah,
that's kind of eliminated in this game.
I just
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, you can do that.
hang on.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
And
I'll
right
I'll
onto the
fucking
spikes.
yeah.
Oh,
I will
You're
fucking
dead,
die.
man.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
All right, that's all right.
Bridge up.
I had the bridge up. I thought I put
who
I
was-
pulled something.
Who was by the bridge? Who was by the
Oh,
bridge?
patches. I think is what he's talking about.
Yep. What do you think
I mean-
he did?
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a fun guy.
But in
Oh.
Elden Ring, you either, if they don't have a bonfire right in front of the boss, it will have what's called a stake of Marika, which is
Whatever that
basically
means.
like, it's like a checkpoint. So you'll
Fuck.
respawn there. You can choose to respawn there after you die.
So is
And
it like Dark Souls where you have all of your Estus, or you can only
Yes,
have
you'll
your
respawn
Estus?
with all of your shit. Just like it works, just like a
Okay.
bonfire. You just can't go there and choose to use it like a bonfire whenever you want to. So like if you're like out in the world and you want to get all your heals back, and you see a stake of Marika, you can't stop at a stake of Marika and get all and rest. You can't rest at one. It's just a
Oh.
respawn point where all your shit will be back when you respawn there from death.
So are there souls, or
Oh, that's
how do
not
they
it.
do their effort?
So they're called runes. When you kill dudes, it works exactly like souls, but they're just called runes. And the Estus flask is called what is it? Your flask of crimson tears. And your magic flask is your flask of cerulean tears.
Okay.
But it all works exactly the same way as far as I could tell. There were no upgrades to your flasks in this, so I don't know if I'm assuming you can get more heals like all the other Dark Souls games throughout the world. But I can confirm that it doesn't work like Bloodborne. It's not a consumable. You will get them back when you rest.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
You just gonna kill him, Nate?
Just kill him. Just-
Uh-huh. Right.
I know you're gonna have fun with this guy. Just kill him, Nate. Just get it over with.
Rusty Patch is the one and only. I know this should make up for it.
am the one and only.
All right.
My one worry is that we have all this hype for it, and people have played this thing, and then once it get released, it's just going to be like a repetitive dungeon adventuring crawling game.
I don't think you should worry about that.
No?
No, I don't think so. I mean, look, it's first of all of the open world stuff, as far as I could tell, is optional. You don't have to do any of that. If you want to do like a Golden Path run and just go to the main bosses and play this like a traditional Dark Souls game, I'm pretty sure you can do that. I got to the main boss in my first session. I didn't beat him in my first session because I was super underleveled. I was still underleveled by the time I actually beat him. But you can get to him really quickly. You can run this like a regular Dark Souls if you really want to. The parts that I saw, they were varied and interesting. There was a lot of bizarre shit. It was not like all the dungeons were all the same. There was different enemies in each one. The bosses in each one of those was different and unique. There was one dungeon that was like super maze-like. There was another dungeon that was just like super simple. You walk in and you're almost at the boss right away. So the outside world was like crazy
Jeez.
enemies who just did weird shit. There were creatures out there. There's flora and fauna.
There's
Yeah.
a thing to there's a thing to your right there, the coffin. Pop the
Yeah.
coffin.
You can
All
get
right.
into it.
Hang on. Want to not die when he inevitably chases me
I
down.
want to not die.
This
I
one?
want
That
to
coffin.
not
You have to be
die.
in front of it. You have to be in
There you
go.
go.
What?
But yeah, there are.
I
Just
mean,
stay
they're
there. No, just
stay
stay.
in it. Just stay. Just stay in it.
Yep.
Please don't
You're
die.
fine.
Yeah.
This is like the nest, Nate. Think about it like the nest.
okay.
I don't know. Last time that happened, we
Be
said
patient.
goodbye to what's his face for good.
What's his face? What's his facial beard thing?
Does this guy
King
have to be beaten in
Fran-
order to do this? Gaming
King
fish?
Seeker.
No.
no,
Oh,
okay,
there it
good.
goes. It's just what a random ass thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Now, just
Um,
don't attack the person that's down here.
But no,
That means
Gaming
okay.
Fish, I don't think you'll need to worry about that. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be bizarre as fuck. This is a chance for FromSoft to really get weird with shit and really weird is what FromSoft does better than anybody. And
That is true.
if you're worried about them not being weird enough and shit in an open world game, I think they're going to be weirder than ever in this game.
Oh, okay.
That's my thing. That's my thinking. Again, it's just a 15-hour playtest, so I could be wrong, but that's my impression that I've been getting.
Yeah, it's because when I was playing Breath of the Wild, like I'm just like looking at it and playing it.
Tomb of the
reminded me.
Giants.
Oh, it already brings you here. I forgot about this.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm just like worried that it's just
Why
gonna be
is it
like
so
Breath of the
bright
World,
for Tomb of the
where
Giants?
where it's gonna be like repetitive. Like you're gonna have these temples that you go into, basically around the same thing you got to do in each one.
So 2 things about that. Fuck you for ragging on Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is perfect in every conceivable way. I will not
Hey.
hear your arguments against this. But also, no, I don't think you have to worry about that. I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be this game's biggest. Because
What
here's
the
the thing,
fuck?
it better be because they didn't really do anything to the combat. So like the world kind of has to be the star here. And so far, it has been.
Yep.
Into the I gotcha. Enter the Covenant. Just
Enter the Covenant.
yeah, pray
Enter thy covenant.
Yep.
All right.
Achievement unlocked.
What a robot! You just do whatever we tell you.
Yeah, really.
Very cool.
nice.
Gravelord Sword Dance. That's cool. Gravelord Sword.
The
Element
Grave Lord Sword
established.
Dance rolls off the tongue.
Gravelord Sword.
The sword's pretty good. I don't like. I use it on occasion. Just the animation just
What-
takes forever to.
What
pull
kind of
off.
sword is it?
One-handed.
Grave Lord Sword. Looks
Oh.
like
Yeah. That's
It's
cool.
like
Soul
a
Edge a little
Monster
bit,
Hunter
or
sword.
like the thing from Prototype.
Oh,
I
you
hate
know,
this thing.
it looks like Sparta from
Yeah, or like
Devil May
Sparta,
Cry
a weird visceral.
1, 4, and 5.
Interesting.
Probably-
Though.
It wouldn't surprise you, Nate. I hate this thing.
Yeah, it's exactly like the opposite of what you want.
Yes, I hate
All right,
it.
so I'm
I hate
here
it.
now. What do I do?
Now you can just.
Speaking of weapons, by the way, the playtest had some fucking badass weapons.
I
gotta
like
say.
the double-edged sword there.
Yeah.
Like you
That
can put some
thing
fire resin
is
on it. You're just fucking Darth
awesome.
Maul going on here,
That's
man.
exactly what it is. Awesome. It's super fast.
All right, do
very
I
cool.
go back this way?
Can't go back that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
I can go back that way?
Well, you can go back, just not where you were. You were trying to go underneath the.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
wall.
But that's all there is, right?
Yep, just that.
Is this down here? Okay.
That's really all there is.
Really.
What do you mean? You
everything-
got a badass new weapon and a fucking spell. What are you
Spells.
complaining about?
a spell you're never gonna use.
All right. So now I don't know where to go now that I'm down here. Is this the end of the catacombs or is
No.
No. There's
Okay.
A good bit more.
There's
a
lot
good bit more? Okay. Because
And there's a boss to fight at the end too, so you'll know
Alright.
it when you're there.
all right. Cool. Just
I-
seemed like I hit a dead end down here.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not a dead end.
You don't have to fight the big arm. I mean the. Head
Yeah, I don't plan on it. I'll do that on my own time. Hello. Later.
No, it's just I think it's left or right. Yeah, left.
You and those headless dudes, man. I don't know what that's
All right.
about.
So I went. Oh, here's the ladder. Okay. Cool.
Watch out, there's a person beneath you.
Oh, hi. Okay.
I'm trying to help you out a little bit. since we're running out of time.
Yeah, I gotta find a bonfire. I think the next bonfire I find will be it. If not,
You don't actually to stop the game, Nate. You don't need a bonfire. You can just quit.
Yeah,
You'll come back
yeah.
right where you are.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I would not step in that. Yeah.
Step in what?
Wolf, stepping wolf.
Step in wolf.
Just don't step on the black.
Don't
black
step.
hole- Black
Don't step
Stone.
don't step so close to that.
I like the classics night we have going on here.
Yeah, all
Yep.
kinds.
Good.
It's feeling it.
And this is where Nate's gonna see the fun
Come on.
enemies.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
He's seen them before, not in this game.
Yeah, not.
One of the things you
Well-
fight here, one of the I guess sort of bosses. I wouldn't even call it a boss because it was always been so quick to me. Is like the least memorable part of this
This
whole
is
game.
so annoying that I have to wait for them to come back up.
This
don't
was
have to
definitely a
wait.
disappointing part for me.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm
pick
not
it
even.
up.
I was fine. It was kind of nice to have an easy like
That's
takedown
true.
boss, but I was like,
That's
why?
true.
What was the point of him being here?
I just like his design. I was hoping his design
Yeah.
would
That's true.
result
His design
cooler.
is cool. I think he's a cool like.
Yeah.
Just the idea of him and the theming of this whole place is really
You know you
neat.
can
Like the bones
fast
floating
them.
upward.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
fast them.
I don't know how to do that in this game because it's different. Hello.
Pretty sure you can just hold B. And then you go
Nope,
down.
I definitely did that, and it definitely didn't do that. Or maybe I had to stop moving.
You do. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not directional.
Oh my
You
god.
need to just
Oh
press
my
it,
god.
Take your hand off the sticks.
Get poised. Get poised.
Yeah. He's getting poised to death.
Hey, you killed him. You killed him.
Look at all those
Now-
arrows in your
Whoop de
ass.
doo.
Well, now once you
a
come
pin
down here
cushion.
next time,
Yeah. All right.
you can actually kill everything.
Maybe. Oh, are those guys like they have permadeath?
Basically, as soon as you kill one of the mages within a
Yeah, the
certain area.
Mage will
Oh,
stop them from
fucking
rezzing.
shit! Awesome. No wonder. Okay,
Oh,
I
thought you
love
picked
that.
up on that already.
No.
Yeah, I know, I thought
I
you
said
did
it.
too.
Do you guys honestly think
Oh.
that I listen to you half the time?
The guy in chat even said it too.
Yeah, a guy in chat said it.
I thought he
said
was
it.
gonna start giving away a lot.
We
of
don't
stuff
have an
like that.
established rapport. I can't trust him either.
That's true. We were talking about Elden Ring a lot. You were
Yeah.
kind of
Oh
tuning
yeah,
that out.
this
That's
Alright.
true.
This stream was like all Elden Ring.
Speaking of which, we
streams.
got to decide if we want to do the Elden Ring stream, and if we do, when. I don't know if you want to take up a Torture Tuesday or not. So
Okay.
up to you.
Good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll talk about that off screen. In the meantime, I'm gonna call it a couple minutes early tonight, just because like I got
Where
shit
you
I want
are.
to do.
It would take
Yeah.
you longer to get back down there.
Exactly. Like it's
Honestly.
not really worth the run at this point, and I don't have enough
Yeah.
time to do literally anything else. So, anyway, cool. Well, thank you all for joining us. I'm glad I finally made it through Ornstein and Smough. I'll probably try and fight those headless guys on my own because that'll give me something to do while I wait till next week. So, I will catch you all next week, and thank you for tuning in.
Later.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys.
See ya.